Yo, what's up everyone, this is Telf bringing you guys something a little different this week. I asked you for your structured PvP matches so I could commentate over them, and Ragnaruss here was kind enough to send me a clip of his game so that I could give you guys some insight into his bleed control DPS warrior spec. Really a good spec. I checked it out, it looks great, gameplay's great, and I'll throw the link to the build down in the description below. But anyways, you'll see he's heading straight over to Chieftain here instead of heading over to Henge. He knows his teammate's going to cap that easily, so he wants to do as much damage to Chieftain as quick as possible, get that free 50 points for his team. Uses his 9 ability as an elite, or his utility, trying to get that extra damage. Throws his bolus and just starts bleeding that guy up. Just throwing bleeds out. Now he switches to his shield, gets the damage out, shields up, blocks, takes as little as damage as possible, and now that Chieftain's dead, he's heading up to the keep, trying to get there to get some extra points for his team. Gets himself a nice quick 25 points for killing Chieftain right away. And you can see that he's in a sword shield right now. You'll see that a lot. He actually switches his weapons a lot in this build, which is really exciting. I really enjoy it. Something different. Most people, they like to stay to one weapon set, and I'm actually a victim of that. I like my scepter pistol spec, and I really don't switch weapons that often, but you'll see him do that a lot here. And now you'll see this ranger comes up here, and he has his rifle out, and he is just going to town, throwing bleeds out, and pops his heal to get that quick heal off before the ranger can do much to him. Again, just stacking those bleeds. He's up to like 10 stacks right now, and that's pretty much the whole goal of what he's doing right now. Throwing out vulnerabilities, throwing out a few extra hits here and there, but his spec revolves around getting bleeds out, and that is what he's doing. And not too much support for his team unless he's in a sword and shield, but again, it's something different for the damage spec warriors other than that 100 blades, which is really annoying if you're playing against it, but then again is really boring spec to watch. And you see he just used his sword and shield there to do some extra damage and get that guy knocked down, get some control. Gets feared real quick, but that's no problem, so he pulls out his sword and shield again, throws out the blocks, does the damage with his one ability, and finish those two guys off with the help of his team, putting that stick to the face and finishing them off for good. You can see the match is pretty much one-sided right now, as the blue team is just destroying those red guys. And great help from Ragnaruss here, as he sees that Svanir is still alive, so he's going to go straight over there, pop his utility ability again, get that extra damage, switch to his rifle, throw bolus, get out the vulnerability, and just start bleeding again. 13, 14 stacks. It is just so much dot damage, and now he switches to his sword and shield, getting out that defense ability, and then going to town on Svanir. Finishes him off, gets that free points, and now he's gonna head up to keep, because why not? You know, his team's winning enough right now. He really doesn't even have to go to the mine to try to attack it. They're up by 2 caps right now, so it really doesn't matter. He's just waiting for the next best thing to do while he has this buff, trying to defend keep a little bit. But he sees this guy down here attacking his teammates, so he's going to head down there, do some damage with his rifle, get those bleeds out, get that single target damage out. Lots of single target damage, especially with that vulnerability. Just helping his teammate, throwing the bolus, getting that slow out. That is a great ability to have on your utility tree if you're a warrior. Just so much slow on that thing, it is crazy. Switches to a sword and shield to finish that guy off, and then puts the stick to the face for the good finisher. And you can tell he really doesn't have to do much tumbling, dodging, or anything, because the team is not really focusing him, which is pretty much their downfall. He's doing a ton of damage, and they really should focus him, but they're not, so he's just getting to sit there and spam his one, do so much damage to him, get all those bleeds out. But it's alright, since they're not smart enough to attack him, he'll just keep doing it all game. So now you see he finishes off taking the keep, I'm gonna head down to the mine, maybe do a little work there since there's not much else going on. He sees pretty much the whole enemy team, so he has his rifle out and he's just gonna follow him up with all those bleeds, vulnerabilities, everything he's got on that rifle weapon. And now he's backing up. He sees that they're coming at him, so he switches to his sword and shield, gets that shield bash out, and then does all that damage with flurry, and then he starts chasing this guy up the hill. You can see he jumps right to that guy. He has no chance, so he finishes him off real quick, and now he's going to go back to the battle to help his teammates out. And as you can see, this game is pretty much over at this point. He's been destroying the enemy team. And on that note, I'd just like to say, you know, most people, they think you either need to have a full burst glass cannon build or a full defense support build in this game. But as you can see in this video, Ragnaruss has taken a part of both roles, support and full damage. With his rifle, he does so much damage and a little bit of support with that vulnerability, even though that helps out his own damage as well. And then when he switches to his sword and shield, you see he does so much supporting with the shield bash and getting people down and knocked down, and then he also still has the damage with flurry. So this build is probably one of my favorite warrior builds I've seen yet in Guild Wars 2, so we'll see some nice things from Ragnaruss in the future, and hopefully I can get him up here for you guys. And don't forget to like and subscribe and check out Boons and Conditions for all your fan site needs. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.